They say love is blind, but maybe love just sees differently, selectively, intuitively. So here's a real question. If a woman truly loves you, not the surface stuff, not the Instagram perfect moments, not the good morning texts with heart emojis, how would you actually know? I'm not talking about cuddles, birthday surprises, or generic affection anyone could buy with a scented candle and a playlist. I'm talking about a deeper kind of love, the kind that shifts her internal world. Quietly, invisibly, permanently. Because here's what no one tells you. When a woman genuinely loves you, she doesn't just show it. She leaks it. In her hesitation, in what she hides, in how she looks at you when you're not looking. This isn't about fairy tales. It's about patterns, real, psychological, subtle truths that only a grounded man will recognize. So if you're done playing guessing games, if you're the kind of man who seeks truth, not tricks, depth, not drama, then listen closely. Because what you're about to hear might not be sweet, but it's real. Let's dive in. Sign 1. She fights you like she's drowning, not to hurt you, but to save herself. When a woman truly loves you, the fights aren't about dishes, messages left on read, or which series to binge. They feel deeper, messier, like emotional surgery done with bare hands. And if you're a grounded man, you'll notice it. She argues with intensity, not because she wants war, but because she fears losing the peace she's found in you. She's standing at the door, tears in her eyes, voice cracking. You don't understand. You never do. And you're sitting there thinking, where did this even come from? It came from a place she doesn't fully understand either. Because love, real love, is risky business. It forces her to hand over the emotional keys to her most fragile self. Secrets, fears, childhood scars she's buried for years. And the moment she senses those keys might not be safe in your hands, she reacts. Fiercely. This isn't drama. It's her subconscious trying to protect the version of herself that only you bring out. Søren Kierkegaard said it best. The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can happen quietly, as if it were nothing at all. When she fights, it's not anger, it's fear. And if you can see past the noise, you'll realize it's one of the deepest signs she's all in. Sign 2. She shows you her ugly without warning. There's a moment no dating guide prepares you for. It's not your first kiss. It's not even the first I love you. It's the moment she lets you see the side of herself she never meant to show anyone. And when a woman genuinely loves you, it comes suddenly, unfiltered, and without warning. It's not just bad hair days or skipped makeup. It's the cracks in her story, the emotional scar tissue, the wounds she's tried to keep stitched up until your presence made her feel, maybe for the first time, like she could finally put down the sword. When she opens up about the betrayal she never healed from, the childhood pain that still haunts her, or the moment she doubted her own worth. This isn't weakness. This is trust in its rawest form. And it won't always be dramatic. It could be in the kitchen, while she's chopping onions and suddenly tears fall for a reason that has nothing to do with the blade. Or in bed, head on your chest, when a whisper slips out. Something sacred, secret. In that moment, she's not testing your reaction for approval. She's checking for safety. True love isn't curated. It's unedited. And when she shows you her chaos, she's asking one question without saying it. Can you love me here too? If your answer is yes, not through pity, but through presence, you've just witnessed one of the most profound signs that she loves you beyond the surface. Sign 3. She remembers the details. You forgot you ever said. Some people listen to reply, some listen to judge. But when a woman truly loves you, she listens to remember. Not just your birthday or how you take your coffee, but the tiny things you mentioned once and forgot. Like that story about your dad driving with the windows down, blasting Springsteen on Sundays, and one day you get in her car, windows down, Springsteen playing. No words, just presence, just love. She collects pieces of you, the shift in your tone after a hard day, the reason behind your habits. She holds on to the fragments that make you you, not to impress you, but because you live in her attention. Love isn't about big gestures, it's about micro moments. And remembering is her quiet way of saying, you matter. In a distracted world, her remembering is no accident. It's rare, it's sacred. That's not just care, it's love. Sign 4. She challenges your comfort because she sees your depth. Most men confuse comfort with connection. She makes me feel relaxed. She must really care. But real love isn't a cozy blanket. It's a fire that asks, will you rise or will you burn? When a woman genuinely loves you, she doesn't just praise you, she challenges you. Not to criticize, but because she sees more in you. She sees the man you could be, not just the man you are. She asks the uncomfortable questions. She calls out the excuses. She sees when you dim your light to fit in, and she refuses to let it slide. Why? Because she's not in love with your comfort zone. She's in love with your potential. This isn't control. It's commitment. She's not satisfied watching you coast when she knows you're capable of flying. But here's the warning. If you mistake her challenge for nagging, you'll miss the miracle. The truth? Love doesn't pamper. It pushes. It says, you're playing small, and I love you too much to stay silent. So if she's the kind of woman who won't let you lie to yourself, that's not difficulty, that's devotion. Sign 5. She defends you when you're not in the room. Imagine your name comes up in a conversation, but you're not there to hear it. What does she do? Does she smile? Does she gently correct someone misrepresenting you? If a woman genuinely loves you, her loyalty isn't for show. It's automatic. It's not about gaining favor. It's about honoring you, even in your absence. This kind of love doesn't live in Instagram captions or couple selfies. It lives in the unseen, in those quiet moments when she protects your name like it's sacred ground. Not because you're perfect, but because you matter to her beyond the flaws, beyond the noise. Real love defends, especially when you're not around to witness it. Here's a story. A man overheard his girlfriend at a dinner party. Someone mocked his ambition. Instead of laughing along, she calmly said, "You only see what he's doing now. I know the blueprint." That's love. Not loud, but unshakable. If she defends you when you're not in the room, that's not just affection, that's reverence. Sign 6. She imagines a future, and you're still in it. If you really want to know if a woman loves you, listen to how she talks about tomorrow, not in grand speeches or dramatic promises, but in the casual, unfiltered moments when we slips out instead of I. When she talks about repainting her apartment and asks what color you think fits best. That's the clue. She's not asking for your opinion. She's inviting your presence. When a woman genuinely loves you, her future begins to expand with your outline in it. She's not mapping out a proposal or locking you into plans. She's simply including you. Instinctively, effortlessly. You're in her grocery list. You're in her plans for next Christmas. You're part of her quiet calculations, not because she needs you to complete her life, but because it feels more real when you're in the frame. This isn't about dependency. It's about intention. Love, when it's true, leaks forward. It doesn't stop at the now. It drips into next week, next year, the unnamed tomorrows. When she talks about someday, and you're still standing there beside her in the picture, she's not dreaming. She's deciding. Sign 7. She loves the man you're still becoming. Maybe you're not who you want to be yet. You've got dreams but no clear plan, flaws you haven't fixed, and wounds that still ache. But she stays, not out of pity, not because you're perfect, but because she sees your effort. She loves the process, not just the result. That's rare. Most people love your success. She loves your becoming. She sees the man behind the mess, the one trying. She's not here to fix you or rescue you. She walks beside you while you do the work. That's not settling. That's sacred. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't need you to be finished. She needs you to be real. And if she sees your chaos, your growth, your shadows, and still stays, build her a kingdom. Because that's not just love. That's belief. If this spoke to you, don't just watch. Subscribe. Join the movement. Stay grounded. Stay powerful. Stay true. This is the Stoic Wolf.